Hello students, welcome to DSS online classes and we are studying chapter basic unit of life, that is cell. And in this chapter I have discussed a lot about different cell organelles and different characteristic feature. The whole detailed study of cell I have discussed, and this is the last point, that is microbodies. It was left over, so I am discussing it today. Now microbodies, they are also and they are also an important organelle found in cells. And microbodies are small membrane bound organelles, very small, minute, smaller in size. So microbodies are small membrane bound organelles that participate in oxidation other than respiration. In 10th class, you have studied about respiration, that is aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. So during respiration, what happens? Oxidation of food, or you can say oxidation of organic food takes place. So that oxidation is different, and the oxidation which is performed by microbodies, that is different. Both are different. So microbodies are small membrane bound organelles that participate in oxidation other than respiration. And microbodies, they are commonly found in plant cell, animal cell and protozoans. So they are commonly found in plant cell, animal cell and some members of protozoans. Here you can see the microbodies, they are of two types. Microbodies, they are classified into two types. The first one is peroxisomes and the second one is glyoxysomes. So microbodies are classified into two types, or they are having, means they are classified into two categories, peroxisomes and glyoxysomes. Here you can say peroxisomes, they are found in both plant and animal cell, including protozoans, just now I told you. So microbodies, either peroxisomes or glyoxysomes, they are found in plant cell, animal cell and protozoan cell, and they remain associated with certain cell organelles, and these cell organelles include endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria and chloroplast. So microbodies, peroxisomes and glyoxysomes, they remain closely associated with other cell organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria and chloroplast. So the first category of microbodies, that is peroxisomes, so they are small membrane bound cell organelles which contain enzymes, different types of enzymes. And peroxisomes contain enzyme for peroxide biosynthesis. Peroxide is an inorganic chemical compound which is very toxic for living cell. Means peroxides, they are produced during biochemical reaction taking place inside the cell, and peroxide is toxic. Toxic means poisonous or harmful for a living cell, whether the cell is of plant, whether the cell is of animal, or whether the cell is of any other microbe, that is protozoans. So peroxisomes contain enzymes for peroxide biosynthesis. And these peroxisomes, the enzymes which are present in peroxisomes, they are of two categories. One is peroxide producing enzyme, and it is called oxidase. Means oxidase enzyme produces peroxide by oxidizing especially amino acid and uric acid. You know that amino acids are building blocks of proteins, and when we eat protein, that protein is digested and converted into amino acid. So when amino acid is degraded or oxidized, then peroxide is produced, especially hydrogen peroxide. So peroxide producing enzyme present in peroxisomes oxidase category that oxidizes amino acid as well as uric acid to produce hydrogen peroxide. The chemical formula for hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. So the oxidase category of enzyme present in Peroxy zones that oxidizes amino acid and uric acid to produce hydrogen peroxide, that is H2O2. The other category of enzyme present in Peroxy zones, that is peroxidase destroying, peroxide destroying enzyme, and we call it as catalase. Catalase. So one side Peroxy zones contain enzymes for oxidation, and other side they are containing enzymes for destroying the products formed during oxidation by oxidase enzyme. So the second category of enzyme, that is peroxide destroying enzyme catalase, which degrade the peroxide destroying enzyme, degrade or destroys or converts hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen and protect the cell from being destroyed. Students, the second category of microbodies, that is glyoxysomes, they contain enzyme for beta oxidation of fatty acid. In 10th class, you have studied a small reference of oxidation and reduction reaction. But in this class, 11th and 12th class, you will study oxidation and means reduction, that is redox reaction, in detail. And there you will study about the different categories of oxidation reaction. So here you only know that glyoxysomes, they contain enzymes for beta oxidation of fatty acid. Fatty acids are building blocks of fats and lipids. So when we eat fats and lipids in our diet, and when they are digested, they are converted into fatty acid. So for further degradation of fatty acid, glyoxysomes, they contain enzyme for beta oxidation of fatty acid to produce an important product. When fatty acid is oxidized, then an important product, an important biomolecule is formed, and that biomolecule is called acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. And this product, acetyl coenzyme A, it is very crucial product, and it is utilized during respiration process. In 10th class, when you were studying respiration, cellular respiration, there you have studied about aerobic respiration. And you all know that aerobic respiration is completed in two steps. The first step is called glycolysis, where glucose is converted into pyruvic acid, and second step is Krebs cycle. So production of acetyl coenzyme A is very necessary for the second step of respiration, that is called Krebs cycle. So here glycoxysomes, they contain enzyme for beta oxidation of fatty acid to produce acetyl coenzyme A for Krebs cycle of respiration. So students, these are the two types of microbodies present in plant and animal cell, including protozoans, and they remain closely associated with endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, and chloroplast. And glyoxysomes, they are found in abundant amount, in large amount, in germinating seeds of oil seeds, germinating oil seeds. Germinating oil seed means germinating mustard seed, germinating groundnut seed, germinating castor seed, like that. So students, it is my pleasure to complete this chapter, and I will start my next chapter tomorrow. That means next term. Okay, thank you.